Hello.
I feel see multiple screen. My God.
Not both, there's a yeah.
Hello. Okay. What's happening? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
that is better. Okay. So I'll jump up. Okay.
I think you should try and sort out your internet connection first.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
I see your screen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Okay, so I'm very sorry for that delay. Okay, so
No
what is
problem.
front-end development? So front-end development is also known as client-side development, and it's the practice of producing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for a website or web application. So it's HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are the fundamental languages we use in front-end development. So many of you, all of you are familiar with websites, web apps, familiar with them mobile apps. So this website, you see it's when you go to this website, you see a screen. See on the on your website, they are developed by people, and these people are called front-end developers. So these people will take designs. Someone designed it the way you see it. Let me give an example. Sorry. Let's look for a website. Okay, so now
Hello,
Google
sir.
website. Do everything looks like
Yes, sir.
it didn't just come to be. Someone designed how everything will look like. Someone
Excuse me, sir. I
designed
can see your
what
screen.
will happen when you what will happen, what you see. For instance, if you click account, what will happen when you click account? If you click Gmail, what will... Sorry, you can't see my screen.
Yeah, your screen is not moving, and your
Okay, sorry, I'll share my own desktop then.
thank you.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I was saying, this is Google. This is Google's website. So this screen, all this that you can see, it was initially a design. Someone designed it, then we front-end developers we write out the basic codes for it. And these codes are written in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So And so, so that's where we talked about front-end development being the practice of designing this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So front-end primarily consists of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, just as emphasized earlier on. So HTML provides the structure for the website or the web apps. So everyone knows what a skeleton is. So a skeleton is the basic framework that provides structure to a body of a living organism. So without this skeleton, this living organism cannot move, can't living organism will just be made up of skin. So there's no movement, it can't do the basic functions that a living organism should do. So HTML is that framework, is that skeleton of this website. So that's why you find out that you write most of the codes in HTML. Even if we don't use CSS or JavaScript, HTML is always found in every website or web app. So this HTML is not a programming language, it's called a markup language, but it's the predominant language that is written and upon which other designs are built upon creating this website to see. So we go to CSS. So what is CSS? CSS provides aesthetics, beauty, and design for the website or the web app. So this design that you see on the website is brought about by CSS. So CSS brings out the color, the typography, the fonts, the structure. If you want it to be as a flex, if you want it to be in grid. So CSS is the one that brings this out. So let me show you an example. So these colors that you see, this image here, this font color. So CSS brings this, and CSS arranges it together. Yeah, CSS says that let's set this to the side. Let's set this to the side. So you can't do that with HTML. If you write HTML code, please see all these elements. Please all these texts. All these texts, they are brought here by HTML. They are written in HTML. So these styles, these same styles that you see, are now brought about by CSS. So let's go back to our slides. So JavaScript.
Ọmọ, wàláì, microphone mi wà on látẹ̀kọ́.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
He
I think
isn't
our tutors
online. Oh.
networks have issue.
Let's wait for him. Might be around.
Yeah, so it seems
Whatever.
tutor is currently having some issues. I will talk to him and see what's going on. I'll get back to you guys. But for now, you people should just stay in class. Yeah?
Okay.
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So I'm
Yes.
very sorry I was muted. So where did I lose it? Where did I lose you guys?
JavaScript.
In JavaScript.
Okay, JavaScript.
Still JavaScript.
So I said okay, JavaScript controls the behavior of elements in your site or web app. So these elements can be the navigation bar. You know, navigation bar. This is the edge where you have your search. This where you have your search. So JavaScript controls all this. Let me go back to that Google website. So right now here, yes. So as you can see, this this popped up when I clicked here, this search bar. So this is controlled by JavaScript. So what JavaScript does, JavaScript says that immediately I click this, bring down this. Immediately I click, immediately I click this, bring down this. If I click this, or if I over this, change the mouse. You see that the mouse pointer changed. Look at it. The mouse pointer was like this. But when I over this, when I put the mouse pointer out of this, change to this sign. So it's JavaScript that does this. For instance, if I try to minimize the browser, things will change. So the JavaScript does that. It controls how everything interacts together. It controls how each element react together, like I said earlier. So let's move on. So this slide will be made available to you later. So if you want to learn more, there are ways you can use to learn more. Okay, so moving on. So the second slide on our list is how the web works. Are we all with me?
Yes, sir, we are with you.
Okay,
Yeah. Yes.
thanks. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to be looking at how the web works. So looking at this, we are going to be looking at different names. We are going to be talking about the internet, the World Wide Web, HTML, HTTP, HTTPS, SSL, and web server, client. So you don't need to be afraid of these terminologies now. But if you see and you understand how the web works, how you are able to search for something and get it, how you are able to access videos online, how you are able to log into your school portal and do things. So let's go through it now. So before we start, I want to explain, I want to like give you a brief brief reminder of this particular terminologies. Number one, the internet. I'm sure we all use the internet. So what's the internet? The internet is a global interconnection of electronic communication devices. And these are your computers, your phone, your tablets, and all other devices you use to browse on the internet, on the websites. So these devices, when you use them to browse on the websites, they follow a particular protocol which they use to communicate with each other to share data. I mean, if you ever wondered how it's possible to use what they call WhatsApp, if it's possible, how it's possible to use WhatsApp to message your friend, and your friend sees it and replies back, and you get that message, and you continue to chat with each other. So all this works over, all this works on the internet. So the internet is that system where everybody is connected together. So let's go down to the World Wide Web. So what is the World Wide Web? World Wide Web is commonly known as the web. So it's an information system where documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locators. So these uniform resource locators are all the same site names that you see. Like now, let's say for for a betting site, bettingniger.com, that is the uniform resource locator of that site. So for a school site, let's take Unilag as an example. So unilag.edu.ng is a uniform resource locator for Unilag websites. And this may be interlinked by hyperlinks and are accessible over the internet. So some people confuse internet and World Wide Web together. So the internet and World Wide Web are different. So the internet is just like a place, while the World Wide Web is the internet is like the library. Let me use that as an example. Why the World Wide Web are all the books and all the knowledge information that you can gain from the library. So in the library, we have many people coming to access books, coming to get this book come together. So all these books that you see in the library are going through these books is what the World Wide Web does. So do we all understand that? Or is there anything you do not get from what I said? Hello? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
We are
yes,
with
I
you. We are with you.
understand.
What with
I
you?
understand.
So okay, thank you very much. So now
We can
let's
hear
move
you.
to
We
the
can hear
client
you.
side. Let's move to the client side and the web servers. So what's the client side? The client side refers to the operations that are performed by the client in a client server relationship in a computer network. So I'm sure some people will be like, what's this? Okay. But all this means what you do on your phone, on the internet. That's just what the client side is. So what you ask, you access Google from your phone. So accessing that Google from your phone, all the operation you do accessing Google on your phone is referred to as the client side. So web servers. So web server is a complex software and underlying hardware that accepts requests via a internet network protocol. So there are different internet network protocols. So there's HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. So web servers, they are like a storage bank where data is kept. So when you need to access information, you can send a message that I want to access information in this storage bank. So when you get send a message, then this web service can give you the data you need. So that storage bank is what we know as the web servers. I know some people must have heard of databases. So databases are in web servers. So these web servers, that's why I know some people will be familiar with web servers already. So like you have your hosting company. So these hosting companies they host your site on a web server, so people can just get your site name and access your site. So that's how. I know most of you have wondered. Let me not ask you, have you ever wondered? Many of you must have wondered how you can just send them emails, how you can type your emails and you send it to someone and you be able to access it again after you come back. So these emails are stored on a web server. So when you need it, you send your access bits, send your requests, which I'll get into later. So let's move on.
All right, thank you.
DNS. Okay, so DNS, the domain name system, is the hierarchical and decentralized naming system used to identify computer services and other resources reachable through the internet or other internet protocols, IP networks. So to better understand the DNS, we have to understand what an IP address is. I'm coming back to the DNS. So the IP address is an internet protocol address and it's a numerical label such as this number you see here, 192.192.0.2.1. That's connected to a computer network that uses the internet protocol for communication. So now I started coming back to DNS. So this IP address, they're like numerical representation of the data. So, many people across the world use data and are connected together. So imagine hundreds of millions of people connected together. How will you be able to differentiate each data that is being stored on the internet, each data that is being accessed on the internet? How will you differentiate it? So if you say, let's give them specific names, let's give them mnemonic names, we won't be able to, we'll run out of names. We won't be able to name all of them differently. We'll run out of names, yes. So in order to name in order to register all this data, all these informations that are stored on the web server, all this information are stored and accessed on the internet. So each of these data source, each of these data, each of these information have a specific character assigned to it. And this character always in this numerical form. So they can be longer than this, they can, but you won't see them shorter than this, they can be longer than this. So coming to that, for example, let's say the Google site that I showed you before. Let's say the index of that Google site on the internet is 192.0.2.1. People will not be able to cram all these numbers. So people thought, isn't it better that we access this internet through names, these data through names instead of just accessing through these numbers? Though we can't save all of them through names, but we can access them through names, and that's where the domain name system comes. This domain name system takes this number and points a name to it. Like now, if Google is stored, if Google's address on the internet is 192.0.2.1, then the domain name system gives a name, www.google.com, and points it to this number, this address, 192.0.2.1. 2.1. So anytime that you search for google.com on the internet, it will point it to this address and take you there. Even if you not take this address and search it, you will get there. But if you find out that this is a longer or hard way for you to do it, then you can use the domain name system. And it's very convenient to use the domain name system because of it makes it easier to access. You can't just memorize many numbers. If you say yes, keep this one, yeah, you may be able to keep it. But if you start having 100 sites to access, and if you start having 100 sites to access, you can't keep all their numbers in your head. So, but you'll be able to keep all their names in your head because the names will sound more familiar. I'm sure if I have to list them 100 sites, then many people will be able to list it because of the name is easier to memorize than all these numbers. So let's go to packets. So a data packet is a unit of data made into a single package that travels along a given network path. Okay, so why is the need for packets? So instead of sending large chunks of information is sent in bit by bit, so that in case an information is damaged or in case an information is hacked, it can still be retrieved, it can still be revised, and it can still be corrected. So unlike sending a large amount of information to correct this or to fix that will be harder to do than fixing just a small packet. So for instance, it's just like, let's say I write an essay out and I'm not sending line by line to another person instead of sending the whole essay. So what that does is that if I send this line and someone that line, I can still send that line, but correct something. But me through it again to correct it instead of going through it by it. So this packet makes it easier for us to send data. So let's go on to HTTP and HTTPS. So HTTP, the hypertext transfer protocol. So it's an application layer protocol in the internet protocol suite model for distributed, collaborative, hypermedia information system. So what does HTTP literally just mean is a law or a protocol guiding the way data is shared on the internet. So like now we have different laws guiding the way we behave, guiding what we do in the society. So we have the protocol guiding the way since in the way data is sent to each other on the internet. So HTTPS is an extension of the HTTP, that's the hypertext transfer protocol. So this one is used for secure communication over computer network. So that's why you see there's some sites that don't have HTTP, that don't have HTTPS rather. So this site, if you send sensitive information to the site, you have more risk of it being stolen, being hijacked, or being lost, so than sending it on HTTPS. So the HTTP adds a special security to it, and that's known as SSL. So that's security layer. So it's used on sites and pages that require users to submit personal or credit card information. So when you submit this information through the HTTPS, it is safer than through the HTTP. So you can know the kind of sites, kind of protocol that site is using by checking the site's credentials. So let me just show you a demo of that. So I come here. So I I can get more information. Say the connection is secure. Wow, because it has an SSL certificate. That the certificate is valid. But also, if you now come and click on this, you can see HTTPS. Yeah, HTTPS. So it's using the hypertext transfer protocol. It's using the more secure version of the ACP to transfer the data between each other. Okay, so let me get back to this slide. Okay, so this is a brief demo of how everything now works out. So these clients are the client. These are the for the client side. These are the client side. These phones, laptop, the phone, desktop computer. So these are the clients side. So this is the internet. The internet is now the one that connects all these devices together. So this is the server. This is the web server. So this is how internet. This is how data is shared on the internet. The client sends a request for data through the internet to the server. So the server now takes this request, search through its database, and when it finds the request, the data that this client is requesting for, now send it back as as packets to this client. So then the client now gets the data. So I'm sure we now understand how the web works. So there's no magic behind the web. There's no abracadabra. There's no someone pulling string, and all this is automated. All this stuff that goes on is automated. So you don't need someone at the back to like click or send the data to you. So you just send this data and it's and the system sends back the data to you. You just send the request to the web server and it sends the data back. So that's about how the web works. So now we want to talk about how to effectively use Google to get answers. So during the course of your learning, you will definitely be faced with challenges. You'll be faced with problems. Maybe you just add a bug, you omitted a line, and because of that, what you are doing is not working. So instead of beating yourself, trying and trying and trying, disturbing people, so you can basically search for this on the internet, and you find numerous of materials, numerous of information that will help you scale through, that will serve as a guide to help you overcome, help you um help you fix those errors that you are that you encounter, that you come across. So now it's one thing to just search Google for answers. So but it's another thing to effectively search Google for answers. So how do we effectively search Google for answers? So to effectively search Google for answers, the first item I brought up is make use of the tabs. So there's some times when you don't need you need a video, you need images or something. So you can always make use of the tab. And where is the tab? Tab is right here. Can you all see my mouse or where my mouse is scrolling over? Can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
this part,
Yes.
Yes, we can.
so this place, this
We can.
okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So this place on this website It's called on this Google search website. It's called the tabs. These are all the tabs. It's all video, image, news, maps, and more like tab. So if I want to search for an image, HTML, put myself attributes. Yes. If I know, if I read this, I want to understand this. I can always come search for videos. Just click the right tab. So I will see the videos I need. Yeah. And if it's an image I need, I can just search for image. I will get different images. Different images that can help. If it's news and maps also, so you need. So knowing and using these tabs helps instead of just searching for HTML views as attributes videos or something. Say videos. So instead of just searching for that, I just use the right tab in it. So that's all. So the next one is use quotes to filter search items. Yes, use quotes to filter search items. So you see this building a linked list quotes. If I search for it on Google, it's when you search on Google, when Google cannot find a related item to this, it looks for the next best thing. And the next best thing may not be what you need, may not be what you need. So when you use this quote means it streamlines what to search for. That's I'm looking for so I'm looking for an information or a data that has this building a linked lists together. So it search for data that have it search for sites that have this building a linked list together. So it does not differentiate it like if you just search for this one, you can just see linked list as a title, you can see building as a title. When you search for this one, the more you want you see, the one you first see and this one. So let's try it. So you can say linked list data structure. So let me now put this in quotes.
Sorry, sir, we can't see your Google screen.
Sorry, I didn't get what you said. What is
We can't see your Google screen. I thought you are doing something on Google.
yeah, can you see my you can't see my Google screen.
It's visible
Is it
here.
everyone
I
that
can
sees
see it too.
I can see it here.
I can see it here.
I can see it here as well. Oh.
Okay. You can see that the search results.
I can see it here.
Yeah, you can see that the search results brought was different. Okay, thank you. So you can see the search result brought was
Sorry,
different. You see building a linked list was. Sorry, what do you say?
I can only see the file you are sharing. I can't see the Google screen. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, what is?
Yeah, I said I can only see the file you are sending. I can't see your Google screen. I can't see the Google page you are searching.
I think it's your network. Still dragging.
It's your network. Oh, it's showing clearly here.
All right, all right. Thank you.
It's off here now.
You can continue with the class, sir. You can continue with the class, sir. I'll just catch up.
Okay. So as I was saying, the search I made with the comma, the search I made with apostrophes, search I made with apostrophes brought out a different results. And these results are closer to what I searched for than the previous search. Linked list. It brings out building a linked list system. The example of building a linked list system. Let me remove it and try it. So write that again. So you can see linked list data structure. To create and create linked list. So you can see that using the quotes helps to bring out exactly what I wanted. It brings together. It brings it out. So going back to the next one. So you can use a hyphen to exclude a search item or group from the search results you're looking for. For instance, if I want to search for Python, I know that Google will most likely bring out a snake. But the Python I want may be the programming language. So if I add this dash animal, it remove all items or groups that are related to animals from that search results. So let's test that out. So Python. Python wrote this. So let me search for Blender. Okay. So you're seeing this right now, but if it's because of I've searched for this previously, so Google has already indexed it as my number one search. But if you try searching for, just try searching for, let me say lion. It's most likely bring an animal. So if I use the dash and I put animal, it brings out other things that have lion in the search first before it starts looking at other items. But if you look at before the before like when I remove when it was when I just searched for lion, it brought out lion, the animal first. When I use that dash animal to remove all lion items that are animals. So that's what that's what this does. Okay. So let's go to the next one. So use a colon to search for specific sites. For instance, if you want to use W3 schools. So W3 school is a good site for you to learn front-end development on. So That's different learning materials. That's for HTML, CSS, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are the major languages running. But it has for other stuffs. That's for other. So if you want to learn about web building, if you want to learn about Python, you want to learn about
Hello.
you can learn it.
Excuse me, please. Can the admin mute? Can the admin mute everybody? Like we can barely hear you. Everybody else is talking.